Alrighty, here we are. Here this works. Testing, testing. You good? Hope everybody's well. Seeing if this is all. Yeah, okay. You might be able to hear my some music in the background. It's just some songs I have on my computer of my own, because I don't think I can play other people's music without getting copyright violation. Anyways, today I wanted to look at drawing this picture here that my friend Pat took today, actually this morning, up in Table Mountain. It's a picture of his dog Lupin, and a stream, and a tree, and some sky. I wanted to do this picture because I was looking for something nice and colorful. I just got these new oil pastel colors. They're already messy because I've done this with them already. But basically what these are they're like kind of like lipstick. They're like soft crayons, and they're very colorful, and they don't ever dry, which is kind of risky. But yeah, that's what these are. I've been really enjoying them because it's kind of like painting because of the texture and the color, but you use it like a crayon, so it's kind of like drawing too. What I'm gonna do is pull up that same picture that I have on this computer. I'm gonna pull it up over here so I can. So now I have it on my iPad here. I can look at it. I'm gonna turn around, so. Alright. So the first step to doing this would be to kind of get a rough sketch so I know where all the pieces are before I start pressing harder and getting all the color in. So that's what I'm gonna do. I chose to do it on orange paper. Got this pastel paper here. It's a whole bunch of different colors. Kind of nice to do this on to do pastels on colored paper, just because sometimes it's hard to fill up all the white, and with oil pastels you can starting with a toned color just makes it look all together a little bit nicer, especially if you don't want too much white. And looking at my picture here, there's a lot of orange in the ground, so I think it'd be nice to have orange in the background. Orange paper. Skip a step. Right. Let me know if the music's too loud or not. I can't hear it. It's a file on my computer that's just playing through, so I'll turn it down a little bit just in case. Alright, so I see the blue in the middle of the water. I see green for the tree and the grass. A lot of orange and kind of white for the dead grass and dirt. Blue sky. The first thing I'm going to do is maybe mark out those green areas. And maybe do a quick sketch of the duck too. So I'm going to do this maybe with pencil, just to be safe. So, where the bottom of the river touches the side here, and then up here, this is kind of jagged line. And the tree up here. Olive's in here watching. It's shit. And there's the You might not be able to see my sketch lines, but they're not just trying to get general real quick. And this there's second. Yeah. Water. Half on the left. And then there's the dog, probably the focal point. Dog facing. Most of it. Dog. Down just. Probably give this, if it turns out okay, give this. I like giving. I brought a picture to the coffee shop I went today. Like surprise. I've been doing so many of them. It's nice to give some of them away so they don't fall. Alright, I'm gonna stop there before I muddied up my... Alright, so basically I just got a pretty quick sketch of my picture here, and now I'm gonna go in with color, and I'm gonna start with green. Now, I'll show you the different greens I have. Light green. Really dark green. Gray green. Got these four kinds of green. Darkest. Matters. But yeah, there's like this bright one, which maybe I'll use this for the grass, and the dark one for that tree, and we'll see where we're at with that. So, to the grass. I'm gonna just loosely, I can always press harder. But for now, to start out with pastels, start kind of light, and then you can add more pressure later. I'm gonna go ahead and color in areas of by the dog. Right. Fallen down tree. Alright, you can see just very loose drawing. Okay. Right now I'm gonna take a little bit darker green. I'm just gonna do the areas. Gotta make. Have to be. I would like to match in color and in. There's that. There's down tree. Alright, got that green. Now I'm gonna try this grayed out. maybe that little bit of that, a little bit in the. I want to overdo it with the gray because I want right drawing. This is the darkest green. I'm gonna go in with the shadows of green. So it's the darker area. I don't want to get too far into it yet. All right. I think that's for now. That's gonna be my first layer of greens. But what I can do to brighten them up, because this screen's a little bit too blue-green. I wanted to make it more yellow like the picture. Which, by the way, I enhanced the picture. I made it a little bit more colorful than before because I want my picture to be really colorful. So I edited the picture to be more colorful first. I'm gonna add this bright yellow on top of the, and when you layer oil pastels, start to blend together really nice. But I'm fine. Very, very satisfying. Medium. Together those. That should give it a little bit more yellow. Actually, a little bit into the thing about oil pastels, a certain correcting yourself, and you can push the color towards whatever direction you want, darker, lighter. All right, that's looking a little bit better. Now let's see what else I can fill in. How about all those rock areas? The areas of rock. So the areas of rock are gray to maybe like even a mellow blue. So I'm gonna take a gray, gray color. I can focus a little bit closer on this picture. I'm gonna try to zoom in just a hair. At a little bit of an angle, but bad. Better for you. All right, so this gray. I'm gonna try to do all the rock area. Falling down. Across the left corner. I'm gonna gray out my picture, so I'm starting with the more in the. I can always go over it with the waters. The more in the water area. Okay. Cool. I think that's most of the areas of gray. Again, we can always come back to it. Alright. Looking at the I want to get that dog white. I'm just gonna left. Thought I sketched this. Sure, I'm not getting too far off of. Yeah. I think I'll leave the dog at that for. Alright, that's pretty good. Don't overdo it. Can always come back. I think I made a little bit too much of a mark. But you'll see me remedy it later, hopefully. Okay. So now I want to dress a lot of that orange. I know the paper is orange, but I want to get some. So I'm gonna put all my greens. Green. I'm gonna pull up every of this bright orange. Got this very yellowed orange. Here's a brown. Several brown. But I can my hair so you can see my color selection. Alright, let's see what other kind of I have reds. I want to get into red quick. Got a very dark. Dark. It actually says on the side of my box here, there's little markers for matter. Burnt, more red, gonna be more brown. I think that's a good light to dark browns there. I mean oranges. Oh wait, I forgot. This is one of my favorite colors. Yellow ochre. Kind of a very popular artist color. Kind of a yellow, dark yellow. Also a black. Might throw. As always, you gotta be a little careful. Black. But I do see some of the black in the stream and in the shadows possibly. So I'm gonna get started with this, starting maybe darkest color, which is black. I'm gonna go in. Drop off a rock. Then river. Edge black on it. So I'm gonna do the part I'm doing now. Actually gonna be covered up by blue. I want a little bit of the black to put on the edges. That's why I did so much of it. A lot of that will be covered up. Up here, maybe I'll do a little lines to get these started. Cool. For shadows in it. Good. Now I'm gonna shadow of Doggy. Now there. Black away before I wild with it. Now I'm gonna do the next darker color, which is I'm gonna jump into with the middle brown, the reddish, and I see kind of path around. You'll see at this point, you'll see a lot of. Okay, because the next step I'm gonna do is to smooth out sections of it a little. Right? Cool. I'm gonna switch to the next color, which is gonna be this yellow ochre. Put the yellow ochre kind of lighter area. Try to cover up. Bits of yellow in grass. I actually did already yellow as well, and feel a little warmth into the highlights of the. All right. It's bright orange. So I like to do the bright. Pastels, it's nice to, anywhere you have color, it's nice to have more than one color. So instead of just one type of brown, I'm gonna do multiple. I'm gonna take my white, and wherever there's that light white grass, it all out so I can texture. I'm doing marks up. You can see on this crayon, I don't know if you can see, yeah, it's kind of bent, squished. Kind of see how squishy these. They're very much similar to. Often. After all. White, gray, rocks. Cool. That'll do. Now. Okay, I don't want to do it. Good. Alright, now I kind of want to get in the sky and the water. So first the water. And going over some of that blue. Now I'm actually going to press harder. Going into the of the drop. A little bit harder for as I start. When I start an oil pastel, doing it very softly, just to get the colors in the right spot. Then as you go, you start to press a little bit harder, and that'll make this even brighter, more intense colors. That's a good sketch, I think. Do it. I noticed that the sky, more blue on the left side, and it kind of has a lighter. All this. Barely get this. And pretty good. Maybe a white. And maybe a bit of this. Right, now I've got most of the drawing colored in. Now, the Q-tip. I'm in Q. With this, I can do these little swirly motions, blend. Pretty much everything I'm doing I'm going to blend, but I'm going to make sure I use a clean area of the Q-tip when I switch colors. So I'm going to start in the dirt. Little motions. And I've noticed that there's a little bit too much material on these, so I like to pull off a little. And I'm going to try to do a kind of grass shape when I'm, so that's up and down, all up and down. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll have to pay for that later. Okay. Oh yeah. I don't know. Did a little bit too much. A little bit tricky. Or else, because but the main goal pigment. I'm having trouble at this angle. So what I'm gonna do actually is use my other secret weapon, my finger. The tip works a little bit better when there's a little bit more pastel. I've been pressing pretty lightly. Smudge the black around the dog too. Find it be. I'm gonna actually do another layer of colors. Which direction? Page has this kind of unified feel, which is starting to get. Not quite there, but a little bit more. Basically what I'm trying to do is that orange. I feel I'm a little light down here, so add more. I need a little bit more. Go. There. Might have made ground. Here, let me paddle. Alright, I think that's looking much work. Alright, you can see it's got this a flowy look to it now. You can kind of wipe off my fingers on this picture. This stuff can get a little messy. Alright, so now that I've got my underlayer, now's the time to really finish this guy up. So I'm gonna pretty much follow the exact order that I did before of colors. I'm gonna start with kind of middle color and then move to darkers and then finish it off with the brightest. So let's start with the green again. So got all my green set aside. And just go now with a little bit more purpose in how I make my marks. So instead of just scribbling, I'm especially in the foreground, do little grassy. You don't have to worry too much as you get further back. Grass would be. Those there. Which this dark and blue. Oops. Looks a little bit dark. A bit harder now. Final layer. Nist. So makes it look like oil paint. My goal. A bit darker with dark green. The darkest dark. And I've already put it. There they are. Layers of color will start to give you that 3D effect. Thing to have in this. You want your audience to feel going into the picture. Dog. Totally different. Downtown. Alright, so I'm gonna do grayed out green. Background. Generally, as you go further back, you lose color. Especially you lose greens and yellows, and they turn more blue and purple. Which is why we talk about Purple Mountain's majesty. Because mountains look purple so far away. Where else could I gray green? Right. Now I'm gonna move to gray. And I'm gonna fill these rocks again. So the grass I was going up and down. Rocks I'm going diagonal, horizontal. These are then all the and we're gonna water again. Have to. Like rain grass here. Grass? I want to add this bright yellow into the. Yeah, because. Right. Grass, arc, which is. Looking at my reference. Grass. Again, a little bit in highlights. I have to press hard now. Grassware, gray, undertone. Head in. Starting to come to life, don't you think? Where else could I add this? I'm kind of colors. I'll probably add a little bit boxes up here, because this is just kind of a gray smudge. So I more brown, but distant. Background. Black. L is on the edge. Backside. Now I went with black, so I might as well go in with some white now. Actually, I kind of want red to throw in because the purple I meant to put in looks a little bit too blue. But push it. And that bright orange. Combination of all these. White. See. On her. Well, before I go any further, I want to do another pass of blending. Just where I need. And the bit where it doesn't have pass on it. Grass. Grass. But too dark. So. Love it. Yellow in this. I'm going to use this darker yellow. I was using brightest yellow up in. I think darker. Pretty good so far. Blend in those rocks that crazy on. Should also blend the colors together a little bit. Good. I think I'm gonna add white. Wait. So the white gray. And with gonna be a little. Really, I'm always kind of the secret to making something with this nice blue look isn't going fast. Try to just cast enough. Messy. I'm going for more a loose stuff. Not enough. I get this. Because of the probably will go over orange. pretty good. Look, a little bit of blue in the dog's face. I don't know if you can see it, probably not, but it's shadow. Shadows of the dog a bit. There. That white dog. Whoa! Cymbal crash. Alright, now I'm gonna get also a little bit of it. A little bit It's tempting to do shadows in gray, but complex colors. So try to do a shadow. Try to look at to get some color on white. Color gets on. Okay, just excellent. Good. I think that's it. To mess up, and I've already got him. There. Done with the dog. So for the last 10 minutes, I'm gonna focus on. So a little bit too colorful now. Go back in with gray. Rock. The rock's a little bit gray again. But you'll see some. So it's not like a mess adding that. All adds to the complexity thing. I'm gonna add a little bit of this bright yellow to the grass. Since it's not that far away. To bring out some of the top of get some add more than start to make a bunch of different colors. Feel a little bit more. Alright. Important thing is that blue back. Bright blue back into. Do a little blue. Starts to get darker. Where's that? Oh. They're just business kind of nickel falling down, so I won't get much of the The grass up here, I'm dodging. Mhm. Better. Then go in with that light blue again. I'm pressing. Good. A little bit of white, maybe. Guy. This. Let's go with. I'm gonna go in with the yellow. Dots. Further back. Like a reddish. That reddish brown. And like I've got a lot of nice right. Not too much. Get a little. There is a little bit. Alright, that's looking pretty good. A little bit brighter yellow. Hey, I want to get openness. The bottom jaw. Good. I'm just kind of fiddling now. Playing. This is where it feels like, for me, Definitely. It's really kind of still those rocky blue or people would arsenal. So I try this light down those ready. I barely touch. Thank you, Rochelle. They're nice to see. A little bit of now one thing I like to do or toothpick. Then you can marks if do with a scraper. So like the nails. Usually use like a toothpick or something. Finish this up with little lines, but I think it's time for somebody else's class. So for now, this is this. Share with you the final product next time. A lot of times art takes more than an hour, but hope you've enjoyed this oil pastel drawing, and I hope you have a great weekend.